Good morning, student. We are on the chapter The Making of the National Movement, 1870s to 1947. As I have told you, children, in our previous topic, that Congress was moderate in nature in their initial stage. But they have raised their voice against British government for all the sector, even you can say all the section of the society. Congress was believed to be the party of elite and rich people, but they raised their voice for the laborers, for the workers, for the farmers, for zamindar. It means almost for the industrialist, it means almost they have covered every section of the society to discuss the discrimination which was going on. Children, as you can see in the picture, there are the three leaders: Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai. They were known as the trio of Lal, Bal, Pal. And the heading of the PPT is Freedom is our birthright. It means freedom is a thing which we pose from our birth. It is not the thing to be asked to someone. Okay, so believing in that, Bal Gangadhar Tilak has given this slogan that freedom is our birthright and we'll have it. We'll have it from whom? From the Britishers. They were from Bengal, Maharashtra and Punjab. And not only these leaders, many Indians began to raise the question about the political style of the Congress. Like these leaders, many other was also there. These leaders were known as extremists, as I told you. They were radicals in their idea. They began to explore more radical objectives and methods to criticize Britishers. They criticized the working style of Congress, which was politics of prayer. They said that only by writing letter, by writing applications, by criticizing them in newspaper, or by publishing an edition in against of them is not going to do any desired change. They argued that the people must rely on their own strength. It means why we are waiting for anyone else to give what we can get of our own, and which is of our own. जो हमारी खुद की चीज़ है वो हम दूसरे से क्यों इंतज़ार कर रहे हैं कि वो हमको दे. So they argued the people that they must rely on their own strength, not on the good intention of the government. कि किसी दिन गवर्नमेंट बहुत खुश होगी या किसी दिन गवर्नमेंट बहुत अच्छी हो जाएगी तो हमें फ्रीडम प्रोवाइड कर देगी. People must fight for their Swaraj. Swaraj is what? Swaraj, it means Swa. Swa Hindi word. Swa means apna and Raj, apna Raj. Apna Raj means at that time Britishers were ruling on us in our country. So they were asking for the Indians to have their own rule. Tilak raised a slogan. Believing in this, Tilak raised a slogan, freedom is our birthright and I shall have it. During this, Bengal got partitioned. As you know, that Bengal was the biggest province of the India. And at that time, today's Bihar and Odisha was also the part of Bengal. In 1905, Viceroy Curzon partitioned Bengal. The reason which Britishers gave behind it on the paper was that for the administrative convenience they did so. But the actual reason was that they wanted to curtail the influence of Bengal politicians and split Bengali people. As you know that many of the freedom fighters used to come from Bengal. They were very active in all the freedom struggles. They were united. So by getting scared of this unity, Britishers introduced the policy to divide and rule. It means their second motive of the Bengal partition was to divide Hindu and Muslim. They divided Bengal into two parts, West Bengal and East Bengal. Here what the point you can see that they divided Hindu and Muslim. यहाँ पर इतना ज़्यादा impact नहीं पड़ा, but they have sown a seed here, which was grown into a tree at the time of India-Pakistan partition. Because the another part, West Bengal was the part of India as at the time of partition, and the another part, which now is Bangladesh, became the part of Pakistan at the time. So, but obvious, the people were not happy with the partition of the Bengal. The partition of Bengal infuriated people all over the India, not only in Bengal but all over the India. Large public meeting and demonstration occurred, and Swadeshi movement declared. That was not only strongest in Bengal, but even you can say that echoed elsewhere in India. For the example, if we say in the dialect Andhra, it was known as Vande Mataram. Actually, what was Swadeshi movement? Swadeshi movement was to promote the things, the language, the culture of the India to be promoted, to be used. So here are the few points. Like Swadeshi movement sought to oppose the British rule, encourage the Indian of self-help. Self-help means when you accept all your own things, you are full of confidence. That our leader wanted in us. That if we will be independent, if we will not be dependent on anyone for fulfilling our needs, if we will be sovereign, then definitely it is the first step toward the freedom. During Swadeshi movement, Swadeshi enterprises, national education, use of Indian language was being promoted to get Swaraj. And the mode of struggle which was used under the Swadeshi movement was mass mobilization, boycott of British institution and goods. It means all the goods which was being imported from England. Suggestion for revolutionary violence. What is revolutionary violence? Children, the use of violence to make radical change within the society is the meaning of revolutionary violence. Further, you can see the different opinion in the Congress was occurred, during which the moderate extremist split, Muslim League took birth. Here you can see the leader of Muslim League was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. The group of actually Muslim League was a group of Muslim landlords and Nawabs who formed the All India Muslim League at Dhaka in 1906. The league supported the partition of Bengal. But why? Now you are thinking that if we are talking about that the unity of the Hindu and Muslim was there and they fought against Britishers. So what we are talking about here? Initially few of the leaders were just looking their opportunity during the time of freedom struggle. Their parties, their own opportunity they were finding out there. Actually the motive of the Muslim League was to get the separate electorate for Muslims, which was being provided to them by the Britishers. Some of the seats now being reserved by the Muslims in the councils who would be elected by the Muslim voter. And this was the result of their support of Bengal partition. And in 1907, the Congress split. It means, as you know, that moderate and extremist both were having different opinion. So that is why Congress splitted in 1907. Reason was moderate was opposed to use the boycott. They felt that it involved the use of force. And afterward, after it means getting split, the result was Congress came to be dominated by moderate, and Tilak along with his follower functioned from outside. The group, and you can see the division in the society occurred due to the division of the Congress. And in December 1916, the two group, moderates and extremists, reunited. They got realized that somehow having different opinion, they lost their motive to get Swaraj. So for fulfilling their aim, they got united in 1906, and under Lucknow Pact, the Congress and Muslim League decided to work together for representative government in the country. Representative government, children, as you remember कि Muslim League ने सीट्स के लिए, कुछ रिजर्व सीट्स के लिए बंगाल पार्टीशन का सपोर्ट किया था. They wanted to fight election, they wanted to stand in election, they want to be the representative. So that is why for the reserve seat they have supported Bengal partition. Now here Congress thought that if we are going to fulfill their desire, so our own people is not going to handshake with Britishers. So adopting this policy, under the Lucknow Pact, they united with each other. Next topic, the growth of the mass nationalism, we are going to discuss in our next video. Till to the time, children, keep reading your book, underlining the important points, and don't forget the pictures and the content given below or above it.